Good morning and a very warm welcome. This is the Breakfast Rundown on TV1. I'm Therunee Karunaratne. We're coming to you live from our Newsfirst studios here in Colombo. As always, we're ready with the details on this morning's top local, international and sports news items. Of course, you can stay tuned with us for the news in detail. Let's dive right in. Now, the exposition of the sacred Sarvaka Relics at the Sirasa Namami Sirasa Vesak zone concluded at midnight yesterday. However, the colourful pandal as well as the beautiful Vesak lanterns and so much more will continue until the 15th of May. Devotees were granted the opportunity to worship the sacred Sarvaka relics of Lord Buddha as well as Maharahat Theros from 2 p.m. onwards yesterday. Now, these Sarvaka relics were respectfully brought to Colombo in a motorcade from the Nelligala International Buddhist Centre and the Gaul Paramananda Rajamahavihara. Up until last night, people from all across the island arrived at the Sirasa Namami Sirasa Vesak zone to pay their reverence to these Sarvaka relics. The Sirasa Namami Sirasa Vesak zone will continue until the 15th of May at the Sirasa head office premises in Braybrook Place, Colombo 2. Those who visit the Vesak zone will get the opportunity to see the beautiful pandal depicting the Ambabhuta Jataka, while there are also puppet shows as well as colourful Vesak lanterns on display. Last night, a Bhaktigi or devotional songs performance was also held in line with the Sirasa Namami Sirasa Vesak zone. One of the key highlights of the Vesak zone is also the dansal that are being held, so visitors can experience all of this and so much more at the Sirasa Namami Sirasa Vesak zone, which will be held until the 15th of May at the Sirasa head office premises in Braybrook Place, Colombo 2. Moving on to more local news, the Sri Lanka Transport Board has decided to implement several new safety measures for long-distance bus operations. SLTB Chairman Jivaka Prasanna announced that for any long-distance journey exceeding 6 hours, 2 buses from 2 different depots will be deployed. Now, this measure is intended to enhance safety by reducing driver fatigue and ensuring better oversight. He made this announcement during a discussion that was held yesterday. The chairman also noted that the SLTB's internal investigation into the fatal bus accident that recently occurred in Gerandi, Kotmale is nearing its final stage. This accident that took place last Sunday in Gerandi involved an SLTB bus plunging into a ravine, resulting in the deaths of 23 individuals. A 5-member investigation committee has already commenced this inquiry into this accident, and the committee is chaired by Senior Deputy Inspector General of Police and legal expert Ajit Rohana. DRG Ajit Rohana revealed that the final report will be submitted after receiving several key documents, including the motor vehicle examiner's report and the post-mortem report of the deceased driver, along with other scientific findings. These steps are part of a broader initiative to strengthen the safety protocols of the SLTB in light with the recent events and to prevent similar tragedies in the future. Still in local news, the National Election Commission of Sri Lanka has instructed political parties as well as independent groups to submit the names of candidates selected through the recent local government elections within 7 days based on the number of votes that each entity has received. According to the Commission, notifications have already been sent to the General Secretaries of the relevant political parties and the leaders of the independent groups, informing them of this requirement. The Commission also issued guidelines regarding the inclusion of female representation in these nomination lists, emphasizing the importance of adhering to gender quotas when finalizing the elected members. Once the names are submitted, the list of elected members at the divisional level will be officially published through a government gazette notification. Furthermore, the Election Commission announced that the establishment of local government bodies is expected to begin on the 2nd of June. Now, the Sri Lankan government has decided to maintain a safety stock of medicines to mitigate the ongoing shortages in the country. Deputy Health Minister Dr. Hansaka Vijayamuni stated that this move is in response to recurring issues such as tender cancellations and the rejection of medicine consignments following quality inspections. These problems have been key contributors to medicine shortages in Sri Lanka in the recent months. According to Dr. Vijayamuni, the planned emergency stockpile will be sufficient to meet the country's needs for a period of 6 months. To ensure a stable supply, the government intends to directly import medicines through agreements with the governments of countries including India, Pakistan, Bangladesh, Malaysia, as well as the United States of America. Dr. Vijayamuni further explained that by maintaining such a buffer stock, the additional expenses currently incurred by purchasing medicines from the open market can also be reduced significantly. He added that a cabinet paper will be submitted shortly to formalize and implement this initiative. The National Dengue Control Unit has identified 38 MOH areas as high-risk zones for the spread of dengue fever. Director of the unit, Dr. Sudat Samaravira, stated that more than 2,200 dengue cases have already been reported within the month of May alone. He further revealed that 47% of these cases are being reported from the Western Province. So far this year, approximately 20,000 dengue cases have been reported island-wide. Dr. Samaravira noted that an increase in both dengue and chikungunya infections, two diseases transmitted by the same mosquito vector. In response to this growing threat, a special dengue eradication program will be implemented from the 19th of May until the 24th, targeting mosquito breeding grounds. This intensive campaign will be conducted across 15 districts in Sri Lanka, aiming to control the mosquito population and reduce the spread of these vector-borne diseases. The health authorities urge the general public to cooperate with local officials during this program and to take necessary precautions to prevent mosquito breeding in and around their homes. Meanwhile, the Sri Lankan Department of Railways has announced that train services are scheduled to operate as usual starting today. Yesterday, 23 train journeys were cancelled due to a number of train drivers taking leave. The cancellations affected not only the main railway line, but also the Puttlam, coastal as well as upcountry railway lines. Despite yesterday's disruptions, authorities have ensured that today's train operations will proceed according to the regular schedule. And finally, onto your weather forecast for today. The Met Department says that several spells of showers will occur in the western, Sabaragamuwa and northwestern provinces and in the Galle and Matara districts. Showers or thunder showers may occur at a few places in the central, Uva, north central and eastern provinces after 1 p.m. Fairly strong winds of about 30 to 40 kilometers per hour can be expected at times over the northern, north central, northwestern and southern provinces and in the Trincomalee district. And as always, the general public is requested to take adequate precautions to minimize damages caused by temporary localized strong winds and lightning during thunder showers. With that, we move on to news overseas. President Donald Trump has said the U.S. has no stronger partner than Saudi Arabia during his first major foreign trip, a whirlwind visit of Gulf countries mainly focused on shoring up investment. Speaking in Riyadh, the U.S. president also pledged to lift all sanctions against Syria, saying it has now time for the country to move forward with a chance at greatness. Day one of the tour saw the U.S. and Saudi Arabia announce $142 billion arms deal, as well as other investments that the country's crown prince said could eventually be worth $1 trillion. Trump also made Saudi Arabia the first foreign stop during his first term in 2017. The rest of his trip will include stops in Qatar and the UAE. Trump's arrival in Saudi Arabia on Tuesday was met with a grand reception, including a lavish lavender-colored carpet rolled out to greet him. Riyadh swapped red carpets for lavender in 2021, saying that it was a symbol of the kingdom's desert wildflowers as well as generosity. Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman met President Trump on the tarmac and provided an honor guard of Arabian horses to accompany his presidential limo. In his remarks at an investment forum, Trump lauded the US-Saudi relationship as more powerful than ever before. Shifting your attention to Canada now, Canadian Prime Minister Mark Carney has unveiled his new cabinet, promising decisive action on his ambitious economic agenda amid a trade war with the United States. A new cabinet of 28 ministers and 10 secretaries of state heralds some significant changes, including a new foreign minister to handle US-Canada relationships. Carney told reporters that the reshuffle 2 weeks after the election brings some familiar names as well as political newcomers, a team purpose-built for this hinge moment, according to Prime Minister Carney. There are 24 new faces in the cabinet, including 13 first-time MPs. Several veterans of former PM Justin Trudeau's government, such as Melanie Joly and Chrystia Freeland, returned to the cabinet. Other holdovers from the Trudeau era include Anita Anand, Gary Anandasangari, Sean Fraser and Dominic LeBlanc. But housing, immigration and energy, key departments for which the Trudeau government was heavily criticized, have been given to first-time ministers. Carney is also continuing Trudeau's policy of maintaining gender parity within his cabinet. Well, that brings to a close this morning's edition of the Breakfast Rundown on TV1. Thank you very much for joining us. I'll see you once again tomorrow morning as well, with details on more of the very latest from here at home and around the world. Take care. Have a wonderful day ahead.